You can see the screenshot.
I see you break. You're going down in every way. Your fear is mine. Mine to take. I'll have it come.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Eric and we are riding Dirty. Desert Trails Bike Park in Mesa, Arizona, and we're gonna be hitting some jumps. Today's episode, it's DJ Day, and look at this guy on his brand new DJ.
Is this gentleman bothering you?
So Chris is with us from Black Bikes. Jamie's behind the camera as usual, hiding. It's what he does. He'll come around in a minute. He's working on his bike.
For much longer.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's tough. Look at that. And then we also have Jose out here, but I don't know where Jose went. He's riding. He didn't want to wait for us. He was
Intro's
like,
up beneath Jose.
yeah, he said, forget the cameras. I'm just going to go and do things. And someone else is over here, but they're also hiding. It's Gray. She's trying to be secretive. She's over there hiding. I can see her. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to try out our new DJs because I'm riding mine for basically the first time. Chris is riding his for basically the first time. Jamie's pretty much riding his for the first time. Because he's already swapped out a bunch of parts and now he's got new bars, new grips, new, I don't know, a bunch of stuff new because he wasn't happy with the way it looked, so it wasn't red enough for him. Pretty soon he's gonna be just riding around on a red flame, so.
Oh, look at that guy.
You missed the intro, Jose.
I didn't.
Jose with an H. Jose. We're gonna go ride, so let's stop talking, let's go look at some bikes and let's go ride and hit some jumps. Goodbye. Haven't gone down this trail yet. Should we do our first run right now?
You're very steep.
All right, here we go. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, what is that? Nothing.
Oh well, I guess I put my phone in my pocket without closing it all the way. And I'm going to, so what's going on right now is just me. I'm trying to get the confidence on a new bike. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but I wanna hit it. We'll see what happens, I don't know.
I think you guys got it.
It's new bike day.
Yeah.
So for both of me, Chris and I.
It's
so therefore,
most certainly NBD.
yeah,
And it just wants to go.
it does.
It just wants to go. It's the weirdest thing, and I do not want to go. So we have to find a middle ground of going a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do now.
Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit. I like that. Go a little bit, then go huge.
How do you feel on the bike so far?
Oh, dude, this bike is so light and comfortable, man. I kind of wish I had Chris's tires though. He's got fatties. 2.15s, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And he has 2.3s, and I'm kind of jealous of the extra cushion of the 2.3. But
Extra cushion, and it's kind of like when you see that in front of you, there's a lot of confidence just coming from the tire. So it does help.
but I actually like the white walls, skin walls.
It's a bling. It's so bling.
You know,
Oil slick.
Look at me.
Skin
This guy's all murdered out, blacked out. I'm over here, turquoise, purple, rainbow,
Oil
red,
slick.
everything.
All the colors.
I'm wearing a black shirt today.
I appreciate that.
Those skin walls do look sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We came here for one thing and one thing only. We're gonna send it. And if you want to get yourself some camo Send It gloves by Hand Up gloves, there's a link down below, 10% off. Use the code Ryden Dirty ! Send it.
Yeah! Oh man, dude. Damn, son. Hell yeah.
All right, everyone, I want you to meet this guy right here. This little man right here. What's your name? Tell me your name.
My name is Corbin,
Corbin, how old are you?
7.5.
7.5 years old. This little kid is killing it out here. How long have you been riding bikes?
1.5 years.
1.5 years. What do you like about riding bikes?
Jumping part of it.
Yeah, me too. That's what I like to do.
That was the correct answer.
That was the correct answer. So this little kid right here is 7 years old. He's out here at Mesa Desert Trails Bike Park, and he's going on the medium line, no problem. And like, dude, he's just killing it. Dude, you're killing it, man. Keep it up, all right?
Sure.
All right, go do it again so we can get it on film. Look at that. Dang.
Man.
Killing it.
And I'm not hitting stop until I see hit. All right, man.
First step in there. Bigger line's feeling good, but the wind sucked right the last two doubles. Alright. You? Oh, me? Well, all right, that was the first ride on my DMR Sect. As you saw in the beginning of the video that I crashed on it. The reason I crashed wasn't because of the bike so much, it was because when I was going on the jump, it was a little bit windy and my foot got stuck on the pedal when I was gonna bail. So therefore I ate it, I smashed my GoPro, I ruined my new Max lens mod. I already ordered a new one, but still I was kind of bummed out that I ruined that, and it wasn't fun crashing. And then I have my cut on my arm that I still had right there that was just freshly healed, ripped right open again. So I was kind of bummed out about that, but had nothing to do with the bike, had to do with me riding. And so far, here are my first impressions of my first day out of jumping this thing. Number one, this bike is so much lighter than my slopestyle bike, even my last dirt jumper. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started riding this bike, it terrified me a little bit because it was so light and I just wasn't used to not having to pull some weight around to jump this thing. Another thing that took me a little bit of time to get used to was the tires. Usually I run like a 2.3 or bigger on all my dirt jumpers and my slopestyle bike. You know, that cushion, that little bit of like tire suspension in a sense. But I will say with them being smaller tires, I just had to put a lot more air inside of them and they rode great and I was super stoked about it. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but at the same time, I will sacrifice that little bit of like tire cushion to have a lighter bike. And you know, smaller tires are gonna equal less weight, which is gonna make your bike lighter regardless. I was a little worried because the DMR wheels that I have that are called the Threat wheels, they're a very narrow rim, and I had never been on a bike that had rims that were that narrow, especially for a bike that was gonna be jumping a lot. But from what I read about these wheels, they were known to be very, very strong, and they're made for dirt jumping. So, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. I mean, if this is what they're made for, let's try them out. And I will say I'm very impressed on how good they felt. I didn't feel like I had a weak rim. I felt like everything felt really good and it was very strong. So I felt really natural on this bike, even with the 22.5-inch top tube. I just felt really good on this bike, and I mean, it felt a little bit different than my old dirt jumper. My slopestyle bike, it definitely felt a lot different than that. But I can safely say that I like this bike just as much as my slopestyle, but I will also say 2 different styles of riding with the 2 bikes. I mean, the slopestyle is a little bit heavier. You got to go a little bit faster. This thing, you don't got to go fast. Like, it's just going to go fast on its own because you're just going with it. You don't have to pedal a lot to get it going. So I'm super happy with it. The DMR Sect, I love this frame. So if you can get your hands on one, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. Another thing that I was really impressed by was the Marzocchi DJ forks. These are the newest ones that are just out. They're 100 millimeters of travel. I hadn't had one on a bike in like so long. Like my last DJ that I had that had Marzocchi forks on it were the DJ3s, and that was probably back in like, I don't know, 2007, 2008. And these forks are so awesome. They felt so good. They felt better than my Fox 32s that are on my slopestyle bike. So I may decide to get another set. I'm not sure. But so far, I really like these forks. They feel great. Just a good amount of adjustments to where it's not too complicated. It's just like, do you want it soft? Do you want it firm? You decide. And I'm running probably about 115 PSI inside that fork right now. It was an awesome bike build. It was a little bit pricey, but at the same time, it was worth the build because I got all the components that I wanted. I got to build it the way that I felt was gonna be the best for me without having to buy a whole bike and then change all the parts out. I just started from the ground up and built this bike up. And those are my first impressions for the DMR Sect that I just built. Shout out to everyone who came and rode with us. Jamie, thanks for filming as usual. Chris, thanks for coming out. We always have a blast when we ride together. Jose, thanks for joining me. Ryden, always coming out and riding, hitting jumps. And that's pretty much it for today. So if you like what we do, hit that like button. You want to see what we're up to next? Hit that subscribe button. And always remember, start small and go huge. Thanks for watching.